All right, good evening. My name is Barry Switzer. We are going to get ready to do this webinar here. Hopefully everybody can hear me. What I'm going to do is this will be recorded, and we will there we go. This will be recorded, and we will also send out an email link with information on how to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little PowerPoint presentation that we are going to go over here. And if you have any questions, you can email me afterwards. So again, my name is Barry Switzer, and we have our coaches webinar. We start up this weekend, and we are looking forward to a great season. So first of all, I want to welcome first-time coaches, and thank you all those returning coaches. We do have a lot of returning coaches for basketball. It's a program that we do enjoy running. Fortunately, right now we only do it in the wintertime once a year. We're working on trying to find other venues available to do it in the spring and fall at different times throughout the year, because it is a program that the kids do seem to enjoy. And what's important is talk about why kids stop playing. About half the kids stop playing sports by age 12 because they don't get enough play time, the coach is too serious, there's too much competition and pressure, too many other activities, and it's not fun. So that's really what we want to do, is help make sure all kids still want to play sports. We feel it's very important for kids to play sports. I'm sure as you do too. That's why you're coaching and signed up in the program. Is, you learn so many life skills through sports and working together as a team with kids of different abilities to accomplish a common goal. So that's really what sports is about. So we want to help make sure kids are still playing sports. I do have a little cold here, so I'm glad we're not doing this meeting in person. So I'm on some antibiotics, so by this weekend I should be feeling good. Kind of really, how did I-9 Sports start? It started in Florida, mostly doing flag football in the beginning, and we've had over 1 million registrations now since the inception of I-9 Sports. And we really want to help kids succeed in life through sports and put the fun back in sports. So that's, again, what we really focus on. Age-appropriate instruction is something that we really worked on. I'll talk about that with the practice plans, good sportsmanship, healthy competition. We do keep score in most age divisions, but that's not really what we are focusing on as an organization. And so what is the I-9 Sports experience for kids? We want it to be fun and safe experience with the kids can learn athletic skills, good sportsmanship, and increase their self-esteem. And for parents, we try to make it convenient, well-organized program that does not consume the family's life. We have lots of parents with multiple kids. Some have 3 or 4 kids, and it's very difficult for them to be traveling during the week to different locations for practice, having games at different locations, and trying to run around all over the place. So they appreciate the fact that it is just a 1-day-a-week commitment for them. They have a practice, go through all the drills, and play the game, and so their children are able to still play a sport without consuming their life too much. And that's really what the parents are looking for. So you as a coach, you play an important role. You are the expert, so providing age-appropriate instruction. Again, I'll talk about that with the practice plans. You're the leader, so the kids really look to the coaches on demonstrating good sportsmanship. If there's a missed call or something happens, they look at you how to react to that. So always remember that those kids are looking at you as a leader and the role model. Be enthusiastic, so make a big deal out of the little things. The kids get excited over the little things. Be a teacher, have a plan. That's one of the main things. We do just practice on game day. So having that plan on what you're doing with the kids is important. Promote safety. When in doubt, sit them out. We'll talk about that concussion. stay calm. Things are going to happen. Mistakes may happen. Sometimes, little things happen. So stay calm out there. Don't have ego, and execute equal playing time. So that's one of the big things is every child needs to play at least half the game. That's what we promote. Everywhere we talk to parents, say, we practice on game day. Everybody plays at least half the game. So some teams are full, some teams aren't full. So how we do it, it makes it real easy for substitution. The ref will stop the clock at each quarter for substitutions. So if you have all your kids there, who's ever sitting on the sideline, come in, who's ever in, out, and then the second half, you rotate that way. So they'll play half the game. Most of the time, you don't have full teams. Either the teams aren't full or a couple kids aren't there. So you'll keep a couple kids on there and then have them rotate out. But the most important thing that parents are always looking for is everybody sits. Everybody plays and everybody sits. So if you have a couple kids that first half, they don't sit or don't sit very much, make sure they are sitting more that second half. So that's, again, what parents are looking for. I've never had a parent, I've been doing, 11 years now, I've been doing work with I9 Sports doing this. I've never had a parent come up to me and be mad that they lost the game in any sport because they didn't have the best player out there the whole time and they made them sit out. So again, parents are looking for that. They want those kids out there playing. They want those good kids. Even if they are good, they need to make sure that they're sitting. And again, it's hard. Sometimes hard. You may have a kid who's really enthusiastic, really good out there, really wants to be out there. Then you have other kids that aren't as enthusiastic and don't really want to be there. So it's hard to tell that kid, all right, you got to go sit. So, but again, make sure you do that. Everybody plays and everybody sits. You can substitute anytime. It doesn't have to just be at that quarter, but at that quarter is when we'll stop the clock for that official substitution. So any type of dead ball, just let the ref know, hey, ref, we're going to sub. He'll stop the clock, and you can sub a couple players in and players out. Sportsmanship value is something else that we really focus on. So you will get an email this week with your introduction to being a coach, and you'll get a practice plan each week, and you will get a sportsmanship value email mailed to you as well. So every week you'll get that email and says, all right, this week the word is listening, taking turns. So you'll talk to the kids at practice about that word of the week. After the game, you will present a child a medal, whoever promoted that value. You can double up each week to make sure, or some weeks to make sure all kids get a medal. And again, make a big deal out of it. No matter what age, they enjoy getting that medal. So again, you'll talk to them before the game about what the word of the week is. After the game, you can bring the parents over. All right, this week the focus was coach or kids. What was the word of the week again? So make sure they're paying attention. All right, here you go. You get a medal. You get a medal. Great job there doing that. Whenever I coached, I would have my roster each week and mark who I gave it to keep track of it. Otherwise, week 5 or 4 and 5, you kind of forget who's got medals and who hasn't. So have some method of keeping track of that. The parental pledge, again, the parents sign the parental pledge reinforcing that unsportsmanship-like behavior will not be tolerated, arguing with officials, coaches, parents, players, etc. Again, we always have a staff member there at the gym, and they are in charge of that, talking to the parents if there is any issues. We really don't have too many issues about it because hopefully parents understand what our league is about. But if there is an issue, we'll have somebody there to take care of that. Enlist some help. Some coaches, if you just volunteered, the background check does take a couple days sometimes. And I have a couple that I just got an email that's taken like a week for some time. For some reason, they've had to sometimes you have to actually go to the courthouse if you got a common name to make sure it's not you. So sometimes it can. So some of you all may not be on the roster yet, or you may just be one person as of right now. There may be somebody else waiting to have that. But again, either way, if you eventually don't have another coach, enlist parents. Hey, I'm looking for another coach. The big thing is what we do is our officials are there at the field, and they are also there to assist at practice. So what they do is there's a game going on. So after that game, the next group comes and practices. So they are there to assist at practice, and they are there to officiate the game. A lot of times they feel like coaches don't want their assistants, or they're afraid to overstep the bounds of the coach. So I tell them, hey, go there and help them. So the refs will be there at practice to take their assistants. So please take the assistants, because I'm paying them to be there during that time. So, if I'll have them go over to you, say, hey, coach, what can I help you with? So if you are the only one as of right now, you're going to have plenty of assistance with that. The ref can help, as well as our staff member that's there. He's also walking around assisting as well. So having plenty of parental support or support from us is not a problem. But if you want to get a parent to help with substitutions, that's the main thing. If you're out there by yourself on the sideline, it's hard to keep track of who's been in and who's been out. So you can get a parent to do that. You can get a parent to keep track of stats. We do stats in the older division, so there'll be a little stat sheet that they keep track of. A team mom, you don't really have to have a team mom pretty much because of snacks and everything, and I'll show you that in just a second. Volunteer application, most of you all have it. Some of you all still needed to complete the volunteer application. So when you go to the website, there will be a little banner right there that says you need to complete the volunteer application. Click on that and go through that. We also have new coaching videos online for you to watch. We partnered with Nike and the Olympic Committee, and we use what they use to develop those coaching videos for you to watch. Coaching resources, so we have the practice plans and coaching guide online. A couple things that you will get, again, you'll get an email with the practice plan. So you'll see a sample email right here. So you'll get an email, you can click on that, and that's the practice plan for the week. Those practice plans are not perfect. They're developed with the company in Texas, and sometimes they do need some modifications to it. So just read over that, and if you don't really like it, you can come up with your own practice plan. So again, you don't have to use those practice plans, but they are definitely good if you aren't sure what to do with the kids, because sometimes you know basketball, but what type of drills to do with that specific age one. So these practice plans are grouped by age, so there's different ones. So again, you want to read over that and have a practice plan in your head on what you're going to be doing that day. Contacting the parents, you can email the parents directly through the website. So I'll go back under the coaches tab. All right, there it is. You go to team roster there when you go to the coaches tab, you'll see team roster. You will see the roster. You'll see a little button that says send message or message to my team. Click on that, type it up and hit send. It'll be emailed to them and it'll be posted on their website. So when they log in, that they see it, they have an email from you. The main thing is don't tell them to get there any earlier, because they will already be getting there extra early this week. And then they'll be even there extra earlier if you tell them to get there earlier. And excuse me. And there's no room for them because there'll be games going on. All right. So again, the parents will also sign up for snacks on the website. So when the parents look at the schedule, they will see snack sign up. They click on that and their name will appear, and they'll see that they are signed up to bring snacks for that week. All right. So again, the parents will sign up for SACS on the website. So you don't have to have a team mom. You don't have to make a separate contact list or anything like that. It will be all done through the website. We try and make it as convenient for coaches as possible. So again, here's some sample practice plans. I'm not going to go through them, but you'll see them online. It has a little overview. It'll have a little video with some drills to do with it, diagram drills. So there's lots of information in there for you. The schedule is posted online for you to see. And again, you can email the parents. And again, if your name is not on there as of right now, we're waiting for the background check or you to complete the volunteer application. If you are the only coach on the team, we will be talking to parents at practice this week to let them know that, hey, we're looking for another parent to volunteer. And like I said, we'll always have our official, and they will be there to assist the teams at practice as well. Rules, a couple of rule modifications. They're definitely loosely enforced in the younger division on the double dribbling and traveling. If it does get excessive, we call it. But all of our leagues are more teaching leagues, but especially in the younger division, they're more loosely enforced. The Pee Wee division, what we do is we'll put tape, or we have these little discs that we'll put on the floor, and that's where they have to stand on defense. That helps to prevent all of them from swarming around the ball, and that's only in the Pee Wee division. In all of the ages, the defense is not allowed to pick up the offense until half court. So once half court does that, they can pick it up. There's no stealing of the dribble in any of the ages, even in the oldest division. They cannot do that. And the reason is a lot of our kids are more beginner intermediate. And if you could steal the dribble, that's all it would be stealing of the dribble. And they're not that good at it, and there would be too many fouls on that. So we don't do that. We are changing it this season to have man defense in all of the ages from rookie on up. So there's no more zone defense. We went to USA Basketball website and they have a real good information on youth programs and what they recommend. So we took some of the recommendations for that. So only man defense, no more zone defense. And the main reason for that is, especially in the rookie and junior, there's too much swarming of kids with the ball. So they would have the ball and there'd be multiple kids around there and they wouldn't be able to move. They'd just be throwing the ball around. So from now on, it'll just be man defense. So only one person covering one person. Once they pick up the ball, we're going to force it in the older division where they have 5 seconds to shoot or pass. But it'll be man defense only. So if there's two people around the player with the ball while he's dribbling, the ref will say, go to your person, go to your man, or go to your person, go to your female, whoever you're covering. We're not doing colored bands or anything like that. So you don't have to cover the same person. Each yield doesn't have to cover the same person. But you will every time you sub, when you stop the clock, all right, you're covering that person, you're covering that person. So match up who is covering who. We do shooting fouls in the senior division only. And again, we do keep score in most of the age divisions, but the Pee Wee, but that's not what we are about. It's definitely more of a teaching league. If somebody is doing something wrong, might blow the whistle and, help show them, especially in the beginning, on traveling and double dribbling and things like that. Equipment. We will have everything for you. We'll have the basketballs at the gym. We'll have some disc for you if you want to use that. It'll be set up and everything. And you always practice on the court that you play on. There's 2 goals. One practices at one goal and one practices at the other goal. So after the game, you won't need to bring anything with you. So you as a coaching, what's your responsibility? Support all coaching standards, wear a red coach's shirt, make sure you review that practice plan and have a plan on what to do. Pick up that sportsmanship medal from either the staff member there or the refs will always have it as well. We also do stickers for the Pee Wee division. So for the Pee Wee division, we'll have stickers for you to give because sometimes the kids don't understand why they're not getting something. So all kids get a medal and then all kids get stickers and then a child will get a medal. That's only in the Pee Wee division. All of the other age divisions, everybody will get just the medal. And again, you can double up to make sure all kids get medals. We don't want a child not getting a medal because we ran out of weeks for them. Opening day is the most chaotic day, of course. So we'll have jerseys for you. It'll have a roster in there. The jerseys are numbered based on size. The smallest size jersey is a youth medium, which don't ask us why. We've talked to them about that. But it goes youth medium, youth large, adult small, adult medium, adult large. So the roster has what size jersey they ordered, and you will want to give that correct jersey size. We will have extra jerseys there to swap. So you want to bring a pen. Whenever I coached, I would write on the roster what number I give that child. So at practice, I can look at that, and it helps me learn the kids' names. We'll also, in the bag, it'll have stickers with the kids' names on it. You can put that on the kid on the front or the back of their jersey to help learn their names. Also, on each sticker will be a little star or asterisk, and that means each star is a season that they played some program with us. So some kids may have multiple stickers. It might not have been basketball only, but at least you know that they have played in our program before. Take a minute to introduce yourself to the parents. So again, you'll pass out those jerseys, introduce yourself, go through some practice, talk to them about that sportsmanship medal. You're going to decide on a team name, so talk to them about the team name. We will have a game, but the game will be shortened. We've extended the practices now in all of our programs, so we're going to have longer practices that first week and just a shortened game to introduce them to basically basketball, kind of show them our rules and everything. But the main purpose on opening day, passing out those jerseys, introducing yourself, showing parents where to go, and everything like that. So that's what we're really focusing on that first day, not having a game. So that'll all be on opening day there. Saturday, if you are in the Saturday League at Palmer, again, we have games this season, and then, this Saturday, then we're off next Saturday. Unfortunately, they're doing a school event in the gym, so it is not available. And if you've played at McCluskey Middle School, unfortunately, there is another program that's been using it this fall and winter, so we weren't able to use McCluskey, so that's why we're at Palmer this season. If you're on Sunday at Palmer or Saturday at Pine Mountain, you do have two games. It's just that Saturday at Palmer is where we just have that one game. Again, key recommendations. Keep it simple. As in the beginning, basic, go over the fundamentals. We have kids that have never played basketball before. In the older age, most of them have played some, but, you'll ask them, hey, have you ever played basketball before? Will be some kids out there that have not played before. Don't reinvent the wheel. Use our practice plan if you're not sure on what to do, or again, come up with your own practice plan. Communicate with your team. The parents do appreciate getting a weekly email from you all. I send out lots of emails, so they get tired of me sending out emails. So just send out a brief email. Again, don't tell them to get there any earlier because there won't be any space for them. So we also make sure, don't be afraid to talk to us. We will have at Palmer Middle School, our staff member Kobe, who has been there the past couple years. He'll be there on Saturdays and Sundays. And if you're at Pine Mountain Middle School, Janet, she's worked with us for many years, and she'll be there at Pine Mountain Middle School on Saturdays. So we have a staff member there, and like I said, our officials are there to assist at practice as well. So there's plenty of support for that. So don't be afraid or hesitate to ask for any support or anything like that. Officiating, they won't make mistakes. Basketball's the hardest sport to ref because so much of it is judgment calls, especially in the younger ages, finding that balance. You don't want to call everything, but then you don't want to call nothing. So, if you see a child getting rough, especially, let that ref know, hey, watch him. We're really working on those officials, having them talk to the kid if they do see something, a child getting aggressive or something, talking to that child. So that's the main thing is making sure that the kids are being safe out there. So again, don't be afraid to use them at practice. They're there for that. Concussion safety. If there is something that looks like a concussion, when in doubt, sit them out is basically the saying. So if they're confused, not sure where they are, move clumsily, slow, especially in a few minutes if they feel nauseous. We'll talk to the parents about that. But we do have ice there there will be some kids, falling down, scraping on the knees. So we do have some ice and Band-Aids and things like that there. But of course, symptoms of concussion is the main thing that we would look at. So when in doubt, sit them out is our policy there. Again, what can go wrong? Injuries, weather. We do have a weather hotline. If school is canceled on Friday due to snow or ice, weekend activities are canceled. Not always. So we'll always post that information on our weather hotline. We'll send out an email. If there is an angry parent, if our staff member there doesn't see it, please let us know and we'll talk to them. If there is any poor officiating, in your opinion, again, talk to them about what you're seeing. They're not going to see everything. If a child doesn't want to play, work with them or come see us. We have, dealt with kids like that before, so we may have some tricks to do it. Sometimes with just a sticker. Hey, we'll give you a sticker. You want a little sticker for doing it? So if a child is a major distraction, please see us and we can talk to the child. And like I said, we've worked with them many times, so we may have some ways on helping you in that regard. If your other coach is Bill Belichick, which again, it doesn't really happen too often, especially in basketball. Sometimes there are unbalanced teams. We do try and balance them out based on age, height, weight, request, and experience. Sometimes they may have one or two kids out there that are really good. If you do have a real good team, you can always help with that child, make sure they're passing more, not being a ball hog, making sure they're sitting, and things like that. Again, we try to do our best to balance them out. But sometimes there may be a couple kids that are just better than other kids out there. All right. So in conclusion, just again, you can email the parents to your team, introduce yourself. Don't tell them to get there any earlier. On Saturday, we'll have a roster for you. We'll have stickers for the kids with their names on it with a star for each season they played with us. You want to pick up a sponsorship medal each week. Check your practice plan. And again, that sponsorship medal, also, I forgot to remind, what you will do is you will log in. When you log into the website, you will be able to post who received that sponsorship medal. And then when the parents go to the website, a little picture of the medal will appear when they're looking at their schedule and information. So once they get that sponsorship medal, that's when that medal will appear on the parents' website. If you do have any questions between now please don't hesitate to email me, call me. Otherwise, here's my information. Otherwise, we are looking forward to a great season. So again, this will be emailed out, so it'll be on YouTube. I'll send out an email for that, and thank you all for joining me. Have a good evening.